Can we really know someone by their face? I don't think we can know everything about a person, even if we have known them for a long time. Most people control how they act in everyday life. We smile when we need to smile. We try to speak kindly. Sometimes we even say, "I'm okay," when we are not really okay. But in unexpected situations, we may see a different side of someone. These days, I pay more attention to people's faces and impressions. Sometimes a person says, "It's okay," but their face says something very different. Other people do not say much, but when someone makes a mistake, they wait quietly. They may smile at someone who feels embarrassed or uncomfortable. Small actions like this can tell us something about a person, but there is something funny about this. I'm also a person who is often misunderstood because of my face. When I'm just sitting quietly, I can look angry. If I'm not smiling, my face can look a little serious. Because of this, people sometimes find it difficult to approach me at first. Maybe they think she looks a little scary. But people who know me well usually see a very different person. They know that I like to joke. They also know that I make silly mistakes sometimes. Actually, I can be quite clumsy and funny. Sometimes I'm doing something very seriously, but the people around me are laughing because I have done something strange without knowing it. People sometimes tell me, "You are very different from what I thought at first." That makes me think about something important. I sometimes look at another person's face and think I can misunderstand their personality, or I can understand their personality. But at the same time, other people can misunderstand me because of my face. So maybe a face can tell us something about a person, but it cannot tell us everything. I also like to think that I'm open-minded, but when I think about it more carefully, maybe I'm not always as open-minded as I think. Sometimes I judge someone too quickly because of their face, their voice, or their first impression. If I feel uncomfortable with someone at first, I may keep some distance from them. So I need to be careful too. Of course, there are some situations we should pay attention to. For example, how does someone treat a person who has less power than them? How do they treat a waiter or worker or someone who cannot do anything for them? What happens when things do not go their way? Do they suddenly become angry or cold? Sometimes we can see a person's character more clearly in those moments. But we should also be careful not to judge someone just because they look serious. A quiet person is not always unfriendly. A serious-looking person is not always angry, and someone who looks difficult to approach may actually be quite funny. I know that because I'm one of those people, so these days I try to look at other people's impression, but I also think about my own face. Sometimes I ask myself, what kind of impression am I showing right now? And I also remind myself, the face I'm seeing may not show the whole person. I think it takes time to really know someone. First impressions are important. Facial impressions are important too. But maybe we learn more by watching how a person acts over time. How do they behave when they are tired? How do they treat people who are weaker than them? How do they act when something goes wrong? Maybe Knowing someone is not about reading their face. Maybe it's about slowly discovering the many different sides of that person.